Hi, Trader Tina here once again from ShortMeTina.com with my daily recap. Happy Thursday, happy Thursday. One more day. You got one more day to go, and then Friday is here. The weekend is almost upon you. Congratulate yourself. You made it to Thursday. You can definitely do it too. You can definitely do one more day. You'll make it to Friday, and then you can party as hard as you want on the weekend. Before we get into a recap of the overall markets, let's go through the typical song and dance. Let me welcome you. If this is your very first time tuning into a ShortMeTina video, I'd like to say welcome. Do us a solid in the comment section. Drop us a comment. You can let me know your name. You can say hi. Generally, I usually say hi back. If you're returning, I'd like to say welcome back. I know you could be doing a lot of other things in this moment, but you choose to spend it with me, and for that, I am grateful. So what are we looking at right now? Right now, what's on your screen is a chart of the S&P 500, the SPY daily chart, dating back to around 2017. So we close essentially, in my opinion, slightly down on the day, 0.16%. I see a quote here, slightly under 292. So where are we? We're essentially where we've been for a very long time, right? We're still trying to get above and sustain that break above that resistance level, and that is around 293 to 295. We started out pretty strong early in the morning, right? If I can zoom into the hour, let's see right here. Let me so this is an hourly chart. So we started out relatively strong in the morning trading hours, and then, in my opinion, things kind of to falter. Things kind of got a little bit weak. We had that pullback around the early trading session. I'm not even quite sure why we had that pullback, but I saw that sell-off. Didn't bother to check the news because, again, unless it's a catastrophic sell-off, nothing of intense importance to me. So we got to a low of around 290.40. We eventually rebounded again to close here at 292, or slightly below that resistance of 293 to 295. So as I've stated in my other videos, and I don't mean to be repetitive, but it really is what it is, I'm not going to perk up. I'm not going to really get interested until the SPY can demonstrate that it can actually get above resistance and hold. So again, so if that's around that, I gave it a range, 293 to 295. Yes, we have gotten to around 294.15, but I really want a sustained break above that level with confirming volume, and if that occurs, then for me, it looks like things are shifting more so in the bullish direction, and perhaps at that point I will let go of my short, perhaps. All right, so that's what I'm paying attention to with the SPY. What else? And then we have the IWM daily chart dating back to 2017. Again, slightly off, similar to the SPY. We're off about 0.37%. I see a quote here of 149.83. Again, nothing really meaningful is going on right now, in my opinion. Perhaps outside of the fact that the market is trading within a constricted or restricted range. So it's kind of like, how can I describe it? It's almost kind of building up momentum. So whatever direction it decides to overshoot to, whether that is the upside or the downside, for me, that move will, for me, dictate where the market wants to go. So right now you have like this, what I'm going to call like a churn going on right now. So if we break to the upside after this 2-year grind, I'm going to conclude, well, you know what? We've relieved ourselves to the upside. Perhaps it's time to close whatever shorts we have, go long. Conversely, if we sort of relieve ourselves to the downside, I'll say, well, you know what, we've had this churn for a while. Maybe this move is a solid one, and perhaps we should liquidate our long positions and perhaps go short. So for the IWM, those two price points that I've been paying attention to, for those that are not familiar with any of my videos, it would be the upper end, which is around 160, and let's say the lower end, we can call that support, that comes in at around 144 to 145. So have not changed my thesis when it comes to the IWM. What else? All right, and so we have Target. Didn't do anything today. Definitely was watching it all day long. So this is a daily chart. Let's just pay attention to these last 2 days. Company reported earnings yesterday, clearly to Wall Street's liking. Stock gapped up about 20% or 25% on the day. Huge move, going as high as 103.38. I'm pretty sure a lot of early shorts got burned thinking that that move was extremely overextended. But Target said, well, no. I have more in store for you today. Went as high as 106.52, and essentially we closed at the highs of the day. We closed at 106.32, and so if you look at a shorter time frame, if you pay attention to the hourly, you can see Target did not have really, this was yesterday, today did not have one down hour at all. So showing, in my opinion, extreme strength right now. So again, this was a trade we took in the premium member community. We actually let go of our trade right before the company reported earnings. So we were able to profit slightly off of it, but definitely we were not able to capture that 20% move. Definitely looking to get back into the stock, clearly on the long side for longer term, but in the shorter time frame, perhaps a short can set up itself. Maybe we can capture about a 10 or 15% move with a short. But I knew today wasn't the day to short. Let's see, maybe tomorrow might be the day. So keep an eye on Target. I think you're gonna have that pullback, and eventually you're gonna have that run up. What else? And then we have ticker NETE daily chart up hugely on the day, about 77%. I see I believe it closed at 532. It's up an additional 6 to 7% or so in after hours. And I see a quote here of $5.85. So huge congrats to the bulls. I'll make this really quickly. What you're looking at, NETE daily chart dating back to October of 2017, obviously, but we want to focus in on price action. Here you can see that the stock bounced off of longer term support. We can call that level around $3 or $3.10. So we bounced off that support level like we did here. We did it here, and right now we're running into resistance of around in the upper 5, let's say around 585 to 590, exactly where we're at right now. So heading into tomorrow, if we can make like a huge push with this kind of volume that we saw today, if we can make a huge push above that level, then I think we can perhaps get to around the upper 6, perhaps even $7 tomorrow. So pay attention to ticker NET. I think if it gets going in pre-market the way it is in after hours, and we can kind of sustain that move in the early morning hours above that 585 level, I think you can easily hit around upper 6, 7s. What else? All right, and then we have ticker KIRK up about 25%. So huge congrats to the bulls. Right now, what you're looking at is an hourly chart dating back to July of 2019. So time frame is a little bit more condensed. We're looking at an intraday chart right now. So I see a quote here of 151, and we're actually above. We're above. I'm going to call that pivot. That pivot of around 150, which was once the support that held for the most, or we can say it held for the ending part of July, and now it's acting as resistance in this particular scenario. So again, closed at 151. As long as we can stay above there, I can see the stock easily making a push to around $2. But the key is it needs to hang around where it's at right now, which is above that 150 resistance level. If we break that heading into trading session tomorrow, then things might get a little, the stock is going to pull back more than likely, in my opinion, if we break 150. But if we can stay above there, I think you have a real shot at around $2. What else? And then we have ticker CLSD hourly chart. So the stock is actually off about 40% on the day. You can see this huge gap down. So we're looking at an hourly chart because I think it paints a little bit of a different picture. We closed here at 77 cents. Again, when we gap down, right, early morning, the low clocked in at around 68 cents. That essentially served for the low for the entire day. For me, if you can see here, it looks like some buyers stepped in or some shorts covering. So for me, heading into tomorrow, perhaps you're going to have a little bit of a run up. I'd be paying attention to today's high of around 82 cents. If we can surpass that, I think at minimum the stock can get back to around $1 within the next couple of days. So granted, we have that 40% decline, but I think tomorrow or even Monday, you're going to have like that dead cat bounce where you can get 10 to 15% if you're looking to get long and quickly get in and out this trade. I think that's a possibility to actually get a 10 to 15% move. But for me, if a stock is down 40%, fundamentally it's broken, or technically it's broken, and it's not a stock I'd want to hold for a long period of time. So if you're just looking to get a quick 10 to 15% pop, then heading into tomorrow and Monday, I'd be paying attention to that 82 cents level, which is today's high. If you can get above that with volume like this and stay above that, chances are you have a real shot at 100. What else? Pardon, a real shot at $1. What else? All right, and so let's wrap it up and round it out with ticker RTRX. Stock is off about 22% on the day. I actually had to zoom out to a 3-year chart. So this is a daily chart going back to around 2016. So you can see that the stock, when it hit a low today of around 1184, it bounced off support, a level that we saw the stock touch back in 2016 of February and then in March. But let's get back to today's daily candle, and you can see again we hit a low of 1184, which was support dating back to around 2016, bounced off that level. The high today was 1429. We closed at 1356. You can see here that some buying actually came into the stock after that bounce off of support. So I would not be surprised to see this stock retest today's high of around 1421 and perhaps even go on to fill that gap here of around $17 a few weeks down the line. So what you want to pay attention to see whether or not you're on the right direction, obviously you want to pay attention to how the stock opens up tomorrow. If we open up above 1356 and we challenge that 1421 level and actually take it out on volume, that's actually a good sign that you're going to be headed towards that $17 level. So despite this 22% sell-off, I still see this stock actually appreciating another $2 or $3. But the key is, again, gotta remain above that 1356 level. Obviously, you have to remain above support of 11, and you have to work towards that $14 price point, if that makes sense. All right. So let's cap it there. Tina here once again from ShortMeTina.com. If you enjoyed any portion of that video, I'd like for you to do 3 things for me. 1, comment in the comment section, or even ticker RTRX. What about Target? What about ticker NETE, KIRK? Are you in any of those trades? Comment in the comment section. Comment in the comment section. I'm all over the place today. Secondly, I do videos like this daily, Monday through Friday. Whenever the market is open, expect the videos. So if you don't want to miss any, make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel at ShortMeTina. And lastly, my friend, I've been trading for well over 15 years. If you think you can learn anything from me, then head on over to ShortMeTina.com. Sign up, become a member. Thank you for listening, and as always, thank you for the support. I will talk to you tomorrow.